Hey guys, so I think I have finally sort of caught up from Outdoor Retailer. I've sent out my follow-up emails, I've responded to some other stuff like that, and I mean I'll keep following up on those things as well, but sleep-wise, work-wise, I think I'm starting to get back on schedule. So my family is visiting right now. I think you saw in some of the Outdoor Retailer stuff that they were in Denver as well. So that is because my grandma decided she wanted to see mountains. So they've been doing this massive road trip from Michigan to Denver. I met them there for Outdoor Retailer. Then I flew back here. They kept on the road trip and went through Utah, and now they are in California for a few more days. So tomorrow we're gonna head up to Sequoia, and I will make a little behind the scenes video about that as well. But my exciting news today, if you didn't see it on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's at Monica Goes Show. It's all sorts of nature and outdoor photos. But today on Instagram, I talked about one of my big personal faults is that I'm super independent and stubborn, which can be really good qualities in some ways, but in other ways it's held me back. And so in terms of starting the business, I've thought, well, I can figure this out and I can do this on my own, and I'll save money if I can do it all on my own, which is typically learning how to run a business, marketing, tech, social media, videography, editing, photography, I mean, you name it, I've kind of had to Google and figure it out. The tech stuff is like the hardest, the AdWords optimization, I still don't know. So I finally realized, like, I'm 3.5 years into this and I'm still feel like I'm doing 25 different jobs that I don't know. And I don't really know what the next steps are. I know my big picture for the show, but in terms of how should my day-to-day look, instead of just feeling so sporadic and all over the place and Googling how to do one thing and then having to Google how to do 10 more things. And I love the process, I love the learning curve, but I need to figure out a way to save time and save money and all of that good stuff. So I hired a coach. I'm super, super excited. I'll tell you more about her in probably the next few weeks, but let me just say, this girl has climbed Everest twice. She's doing the like 7 big peaks on every continent, well, the top peak of every continent, the big 7. Anyway, she's a badass. And she's helped build a lot of businesses up from the ground up and stuff like that. So she's going to help me figure out what the next steps are for Monica Goes and figure out a business plan and all sorts of good stuff like that. And it's so funny because I feel like athletes hire coaches. You know, as a singer, I had a vocal coach, an acting coach, all of those things, and yet for some reason, I haven't hired a business coach. So it's a pretty necessary step. I'm kind of excited to see what she has to offer and what insights and what I can learn and how I can grow and all of that. So that's the next big thing here. Just working on the business stuff, getting kind of caught back up to the norm, going rafting in a few weeks. And then in September, I have a big trip to upstate New York, which I'll tell you guys a bit more about later, but that's it for now.